this is my little work environment that I've set up. Doesn't it look happy? I'm trying to be happy here. These are stressful times, guys. I am praying for you, and I'm really hoping that today's review, I know it's not going to be so much fun as us playing Battleship and just having fun together in class, but I hope that you've already completed your study guide, and I'm going to go over the answers with you right now for each problem. So I was thinking that maybe I would give you all the answers first, so that some of you that didn't need to hear all of it could just check your answers, and then I thought, nah, let's just go over all of them together so that you know how to do it, because all of these problems or problems like them are going to be on your test tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for your 5th grade review, Review 4 Test 18-19, which you should already have, question number 1 says, write the fraction 13/5 as a mixed number. So remember, any fraction is a division problem waiting to happen. The top number, the numerator, is always the dividend. So we're going to pop that guy in the box, and then we're going to put the divisor, the denominator right there. Then we're going to say, since this is a fraction, we want our final answer to be a mixed number. So 5 goes into 1 0 times. 5 goes into 13 twice. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 minus 0 is 3. And so the final answer is 2 3/5. Got it? So hope you got that right for the first time. All right, number 2. And class starts at 8:05 a.m. It takes Mario 15 minutes. I'm going to say it's minutes. Sorry, I left out minutes to get to school. At what time should he start for class if he wants to get there 15 minutes early? So, I just thought of a shortcut that I could do, but let's go ahead and do this. So let's say, what is 15 minutes before 8:05? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break up that 15 minutes into 10 minutes plus 5 minutes. And so what's 5 minutes before 8:05? It is 8 o'clock. Then we're going to say, so I've taken care of the 5 minutes. What is 10 minutes before 8 o'clock? Well, we count back. On a clock, we'd say, here's the 12, this, and this. And so this would be, we're at 8, so that's 5, 10. So it would be 7:50. So 7:50 is what time he must leave to get to school if it takes him 15 minutes, but we want to know he wants to be there 15 minutes early. So we want to find out what is 15 minutes earlier than 7:50. So we would say 7:50 minus 15 minutes. Well, that's easy. We don't have to change anything to military time or anything. So let's go ahead and do that. So 0 minus 5, can't do it. Regroup. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 1 is 3. So in order for Mario to get to school on time, well, actually early and on time, he needs to leave by 7:35. So that's the answer to number 2. All right, number 3 says to reduce 21/28. Well, that means we've got to figure out what number can we divide into both of those. And we want to find out what is their greatest common factor. Let's see, what could go into both of those? 7. So 21 minus 7 is 3. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 24 divided by 7 is 4. And is that in lowest terms? Yes, it is. So we're good. All right, number 4. 2 liters of Sprite is how many milliliters of Sprite? Okay, so we got to remember 1 liter equals how many milliliters? Do you remember? 1,000. So if there are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, 2 liters would have 2 times 1,000, which would be 2,000 milliliters. So the answer number 4 is 2,000. All right, next one. Number 5, let's see. A roll of toilet paper. That's hard to find at the stores these days if you've had the chance to go. They only have them apparently at 6 a.m. They're only putting out enough anyway. So this is the shape of what? So think of a toilet paper roll. Toilet paper. What would that be? It would be a cylinder, a cylinder. And let's see, a sphere, that would be like a ball. A pyramid, I don't have any examples of pyramids here, but that is something that's a flat three-dimensional shape that comes to a point somewhere. And then a rectangular solid, that's a good answer for like a tissue box, just a prism of some kind. All right, next one, number 6. So that answer was a cylinder. Number 6, what number is 2/5 of 25? All right, now there's 2 ways that we could do this. We could draw a picture, 25, and then come down 5 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and say 25 divided by 5 is 5. So we put 5 in each box. And the 2 in the numerator tells us to cross off 2 of them. And then that tells us that 2/5 of 25 is 10. The answer is 10. We could have also done this, that of means to multiply. We could say 2/5 times 25. Now, we can only multiply fractions with other, that's right, fractions. So we're gonna say 25 over 1, because that's the only way to keep 25 as 25. If we put 25 over 25, then it would equal 1, and that's not the same thing. All right, so then we would do 2 times 25 is 50, 5 times 1 is 5, and 50 divided by 5 equals 10. Either way would have given us 10 as the answer. All right, number 7. What is the median of these digits? Well, in order to find the median, that's the middle number. That means we've got to put them in order from least to greatest. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and write them down here because on my paper that I worked out earlier, I had them there, and I've told you what to do with this is to mark them off. The lowest one, put it under the first one. Mark off the next one, put it under the second one. Mark off the next one, mark off the next one, mark off the next one. Oh, look, 7's already in its spot. Then mark off this one. All right, so we know that we've got all digits accounted for, and the median is the middle number. So the answer to number 7 was 3. Okay, number 8. Write a fraction equal to 1/3 that has a denominator of 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a fraction multiplication problem where we're going to multiply it times a fraction that equals 1. So what fraction that equals 1 could we multiply 1/3 times that would give us a 12 in the denominator? 3 times 4 equals 12. So that means this is going to be 4/4 because 4/4 equals 1 whole. 1 times 4 is 4, so number 8, write a fraction equal to that. The answer is 4/12. All right, number 9. We've got, 871 times 107. Now I know some of you like to do it old school like this, and some of you like to do it in the lattice form. Right now I think I'm just gonna do it old school style for you. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49, carry the 4. 7 times 8 is 56, plus 4 is 60. All right, placeholder. Oh, look, this is all going to be placeholders. Now, we could say 0, 0, 0, because 0 times all of the 1, 7, and 8 would have been 0. But now we're done, so let's put in a placeholder for the 7, placeholder for the 0, and now say 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 7 is 7, 1 times 8 is 8, and then we add them up. 7 plus 0 is 7, 9 plus 0 is 9, 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 1, 6 plus 7 is 13, carry the 1, and we have 93,197. I hope that's what you got too. All right, so that was number 9. Number 10 is $46.08 divided by 9. And so $46.08 goes into the box. We need to bring up the dollar sign. Some of you have been forgetting to put up that dollar sign in your answer, and you've also been forgetting to bring up that decimal. So make sure that you do that. All right, 9 goes into 4 0 times. 9 goes into 46 5 times. 5 times 9 is 45. 46 minus 45 is 1. Bring down the 0. 9 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 9 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down that 8. We've got 18. 9 goes into 18 twice. 2 times 9 is 18. 0. So our answer for number 10 was $5.12. Hope you got that right. All right, number 11. We've got 7/12 times 1/2. And we know that when we're multiplying fractions, we just multiply across. We multiply the numerators times the numerators and the denominators times the denominators. 7 times 1 is 7. 12 times 2 is 24. And we can't reduce that, so that's good. 7/24. Hope that's what you got. All right, number 12. We've got 3/5 divided by 3/5. Now, some of you forgot on your review and on your homework. Yeah, it was the homework yesterday about the keep, change, flip. And this was somewhere you needed to go back and look at that lesson, especially if I asked you to go back and rework problems yesterday. When we divide fractions, and remember I told you this is one of those things that we tend to forget if we haven't used it in a while. Like I would have forgotten about this if I hadn't done this since I was in 5th grade, okay? So this is where I taught you keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the first fraction, change the division sign to multiplication, and we're going to flip the second fraction, which means make it its reciprocal. So keep 3/5 is 3/5, change division to multiplication, flip 3/5 to its reciprocal, which is 5/3, and then multiply across. 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 3 is 15. Well, 15/5 equals 1 whole. So there you have it. 1 was the answer. All right, number 13. What is the reciprocal of 2/3? Well, that just means we flip it. It's not equal, so we just do this little flip, doo-doo-doo, and we flip it. And so the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. All right, that's 13. Okay, number 14. What fractions equal to 2/3 and 1/4 with denominator, it says right fractions equal to 2/3 and 1/4 with denominators of 12. So we want to give these both a denominator of 12. So I'm going to set these up. And I'm going to say, okay, 3 times what equals 12? Well, it's 4. And remember, this needs to be a fraction that equals 1. So this is going to be 4/4. So 2 times 4 is 8. And remember, the reason why this has to be equal to 1 is that identity property. Any number times 1 keeps its identity. And then down here, we're going to come to 4 times 3 equals 12. So the numerator needs to be 12 because, again, we're saying this equals 1 whole. 1 times 3 is 3. Then it said to add those fractions. So 8/12 plus 3/12 is 8, 9, 10, 11. When we add those, it is 11/12. So that is the answer to that, 11/12. Hope that's what I got for it the first time. Where am I? Number 14. Did I not add them? Did I get something different? 2/3. Oh my, I wrote down the wrong answer the first time. I'm glad I'm redoing it for you. Okay, so number 15, Barbie, there's a name. Barbie had 2 dozen tulips. Okay, so 2 dozen, what does that equal? Well, a dozen eggs has 12, so 2 dozen equals 24. All right, so we've got 24 tulips, which she planted in 3 rows. So how many tulips were in each row? So guys, that means we're going to divide 24 by 3. And 24 divided by 3 is 8. So there are 8 tulips in each row. All right, number 16. 5,013 minus 4,829. And 3 minus 9, can't do it. Regroup. We only go to the 1 right now and borrow from the 1. The 1's becomes 0 and the 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. 0 minus 2, can't do it. Okay, can't borrow from the 0. Come over here, borrow from the 5. 5 becomes a 4. We loan 10. Then we borrow from the 10, it becomes 9. Then that becomes 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. And then you're done, 184. That is 16. Okay, number 17. List these numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay. Well, as I'm looking at 2/3, 3/10, and 0, I know that 0 is the least of these because if I have 2/3 of something, that's more than nothing. And if I have 3/10 of something, that's more than something. Okay, it often helps to change either both of these to fractions that have common denominators, and sometimes it's easier to write them as decimals. And so if I were to divide this 2 by 3, and I know that that's going to make a decimal, 3 goes into 20, 6 times 3 is 18, and then 20 minus 18 is 2, bring that down, and it's going to keep going and repeating and repeating and repeating. But take a look at that. 6/10 is greater then 3/10. So the answer is 0 and then 3/10, and then lastly, the 2/3, because 2/3 equals 66 repeating hundredths. All right, so that's 17. And let's see, we'll do 18, and then I think we'll stop on this video and we'll do another one as a part 2. All right, so let's see, 2/3 equals n over 18. All right, well, you know, I kind of don't like the way that that's written right there, because for some of you it might help to see it written 2/3 times something equals n over 18. Because again, we want to have a fraction. What can we multiply it by, the numerator and the denominator by, that's going to give us that 18? 3 times what is 18? 6. So 2 times 6 is 12. So the correct answer, final answer, would be 12/18, but what they were looking for was the 12. All right, guys, that's the end of part 1. I'm going to come back with you in just a few moments and do the part 2 of the 5th grade review for test 18 and 19. We've gone through questions 1 through 18, and I'll be right back. Bye.